Hey everyone, happy Monday. I am Violette Ayala. I'm the founder of FemCity, and you're joining me today for our Monday Motivational Series. I've asked these beautiful global members to join me today in the conversation. Today we're going to be talking about prioritizing, how to prioritize, and how to make sure that you get things done. Let's go through the panelists. They can go ahead and introduce themselves. We'll go in alphabetical order. So Alyssa, Linda, and Tammey. And if you're joining us live, feel free to join us in the conversation. You can add comments. If you're joining us in the replay months from now, weeks from now, hours from now, don't feel like you can't join the conversation. You can still reach out to any of us and let us know how these tips helped you. So Alyssa, share a little bit about yourself and what makes you an expert with prioritizing.
Yes, so I am a business and mindset coach, and my focus is I really stand for empowered women. So it's women who love themselves, trust themselves, listen to their intuition, and stand in their power while making really good money. And to me, that means living their dream and living their passion, but you can't go towards that without prioritizing and making it very important. And so that's really what I focus on when I teach my clients is finding their dream and then making it a reality, and through several different systems. So yeah, I'm excited to talk today.
Thank you so much. And we already have some love that came through. Thank you so much, Facebook user. Looking forward to this. So are we. Let's go to Linda. Linda, share a little bit about yourself and what makes you an expert when it comes to prioritizing. You're on mute.
There we go.
Okay, take it away.
I'm still Linda Babulic. And I'm a Zesty executive life coach and the author of a #1 best-selling book called Zest Your Life, A Taste of Inner Wisdom. And what makes me an expert is that I really had to nail down a system to get the book written. It's 60,000 words, and I couldn't do the 1,000 words a day. That just didn't work for me. So I worked on a system that I am now sharing with my clients.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And Tammey.
Hello, so excited to be here. Thank you, Violet. So through my business, Tanyant, I provide consulting to private, public, and nonprofit organizations. And I also serve as an entrepreneurial mentor. And I have a passion project, which is my globally recognized podcast, Your Killer Life, which discusses all things breast cancer. And I would say I'm an expert with over 25 years of experience in juggling many things and spinning many plates. But most importantly, my day-to-day is this mix of client work, my own work, my passion project, and it all comes back down to how do you prioritize and successfully get through your week. So I'm excited to talk about that today.
Awesome. So this is a perfect segue into, we're coming in. I can't believe we're ending March soon. I just looked at the calendar today. We're 2 weeks away from April. And a lot of femmes have really big goals for 2021. They're looking to become either more efficient or just efficient. Maybe they're just like, okay, I have this goal, but I can't seem to prioritize. I can't seem to figure out which way to work on things and how to get a system going. So this is perfect for you if you are launching something, growing something, up-leveling something, or looking to find more balance in your life while accomplishing your goals, whether it's a small goal or really big ones, this is for you. So let's go down to just kind of like the basics and the #1 tip. For those that are watching, I'm going to go ahead and ask questions on your behalf. Feel free to go ahead and ask questions if you have any as well. So what is the #1 tip for femmes that can't seem to stay prioritized? That's like something that we hear a lot. They have a lot of goals. They just can't seem to prioritize. Alyssa, what is one really big tip that you can share for them?
So the simplest way I can say it is to let your future pull you rather than be pushed by your past. And what I mean by that is I find the biggest challenge for women when they have trouble prioritizing is that they've lost their passion or connection to that dream, because when that's what excites you every single day, that's what moves you forward. So it's like every day becomes a task list. You're checking things off and you're like, oh, this moves me towards my goal, but it's sort of just become a thing to do and there's not the passion to it. So I say I combine energy work with neuroscience. And so the steps to integrate that are 1, being connected to your intuition and emotions, and then having a plan of action that become habits. So you don't spend your brain power trying to decide whether you're working towards that goal, because you actually only have limited brain power each day. And if you're trying to make decisions each time, you're just losing that passion. And so it's connecting emotionally to that big picture vision and dream, and having that emotional connection, because that will pull you forward. And then having habits. So I work with clients and we we really define and pinpoint that and what that feels like and their emotional why to it. And then we break that down into action steps so that daily they know that they're taking action forward. Because when you lose that connection to your bigger goal and you're just sort of living life, that's where it's hard to prioritize it. But when you're excited by it every single day and you want to work towards it, then there's that pull of, this is my future. I see it happening and I know it's happening. And what I'm doing today is getting me there. So it really comes down to having that.
Yeah, love that. And I wrote down, I love future pulls you. I think that's that. I wrote it down twice actually. And you have some love that came through. Someone said, this is so true, Alyssa, of passion. And I also find that what the tip that you just gave right now, it also prevents that hamster wheel sensation. When we don't have the emotion that's pulling us into the future, we become robotic in our steps and we're kind of just turning through and we forgot our why. We forgot where we're going. And so we get stuck in these action steps or these behavior patterns that are not really in alignment. And that's where we kind of get stuck and we're like, okay, this is getting boring. I'm doing the same thing. I'm not seeing the money show up. I'm not seeing productivity or revenue or, all those things that we're hoping to get. Let's go to Linda. What's your tip?
I'm going to follow up on what Alyssa said, and that is take action. But how do you know what to take action on? So it's to prioritize, and it's an easy matrix that I use with my clients. Is this urgent? Is it urgent or not urgent? So right away, that will tell you where it will go on your list of things to do. If it's urgent, do it first. So it'll be things like a crisis, of course, pressing problems, deadline-driven projects. Those are the urgent ones that are important. So two things we're asking, is it important and is it urgent? And it could be urgent, but not important. So it could be people sending you emails. It could be calls, meetings, interruptions. Somebody comes in, it's not important to you. It's urgent to them. And the other column then goes to what's not urgent. It could be important, but it's not urgent. So it could be finding new opportunities, long-term planning, preventative activities, personal growth. Those are important, but they're not urgent. And the last category is not urgent and it's not important. So what can you eliminate? What could you get rid of? And you know what? The ironing around here is fallen to a minimum. There's other things. Just used to always remind me of my mother, all the ironing that she did, all those hours she spent doing that, all the hours that I spent redoing the same thing when I didn't have a system. Or I get to the end of the day and I had not done what was urgent. And now my book on my table says, what's the big blocks? What can I do today? Priority A, do today, priority B. But I love this one. It can wait until tomorrow. So it's important, but it's not urgent. It can wait till tomorrow.
I love that. And I use that tip sometimes when I feel overwhelmed and I'm like, take a break, just take it easy. Can it wait till tomorrow? And if it can wait till tomorrow, it calms me down. And then I'm able to kind of have that clarity. And some more love came through. Future pulls you, love that. And then someone added now, great analogy, ironing. Love that. So let's go to Tammey.
Okay, so I'm going to break it down to one of the most fundamental mistakes that I see my clients making, and that is that they don't partner their to-do list with their planner, meaning that they plan all their appointments, they will plan their week out, and it's almost kind of reactive because you're planning what's already scheduled, right? And reacting to that. And then you'll have this huge to-do list, but rarely do you bring those two together. So I recommend using weekly commits, 3 to 6. Don't overwhelm yourself. 3 to 6 things that you absolutely are going to get done that are your priorities, and schedule those. Schedule them and make an appointment with yourself for these to-dos because you are that important and they are that important. Spend time Friday, Sunday, Monday, whatever day it is for you to plan that week and ask yourself, what are my commits? What are the things I will absolutely get done? I will absolutely get done, not must get done, not out of a sense of obligation, but things that you are committing to that you will absolutely get done, and schedule those out like you would any other important meeting or commitment and advance them through your week as you work towards completion. Monday, I drop things down, I work on them. What doesn't happen, I move into Tuesday. And then remember to prioritize yourself, because success starts with you. And that's your whole health, nutrition, and mindset. That's the seat, the foundation of your success. And don't forget to put you somewhere on that planner or on that to-do list, and make sure you're partnering that together.
Love that. So some love came through. Such a great tip. I left out my nail appointment last week, and now I schedule that in first. Even today, so for a couple of gold nuggets that stood out to me, it was all good nuggets you guys shared. For Tammy's right now, the 3 to 6, you know what? Women are constantly doing like 20, 30, 50 priorities. 3 to 6, narrow it down. That makes it so that you're successful. You're setting yourself up for success, and also scheduling yourself. I love that. We actually talked about that today in our accountability program. One of our femmes noted making an appointment for yourself, putting it in your calendar, just like you would if it was a doctor's appointment. The same would hold true with your priority. You're planning, you're setting yourself up for success. You're not allowing for failure to creep in because you've got a plan in place. And I love how you're like pushing from Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday. I use that technique as well. Awesome tips. All right. So Alyssa, final advice that you have for femmes and ways that women can connect with you to learn more about the work you're doing in this world.
Definitely. And I love both of your tips, Linda and Tammey. And so I want to sort of just reinforce that is important, is really like, that's the future that's pulling you. So every day I actually write out my list of things and activities I'm going to do. And it's 5 to 6 total, but 3 of those should be tied to your important activity, and you do them first thing in the morning. And that's how you prioritize it in your day, is use it when you've got the most, like if you're a morning person, do it in the morning. If you're an evening person, do your most important tasks when you've got the most brain power, and make that happen. And so, yeah, it's important. And then breaking it down into your daily activities. And so best way, so what I do is I help women prioritize their dreams in life. And for me, that's often travel and adventure, but for everyone that's different, but having that life that you're just excited and passionate about. And so I have a free guide on my website, how to make more money, work less, and live your life of adventure. And that's available on AlyssaWilliamson.com. And I always welcome questions. Follow me on Instagram, liveyourlife_adventure. And I'll put that in the chat too. And really, I just want to see you living your best, happiest, boldest life, because then you're raising other people up too.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Alyssa. You're right. When you're living that, it inspires other people to also dive in and create that for themselves as well. Linda, your final tip and how femmes can find you to learn more about the work you're doing in this world.
Well, again, I'm going to follow up on what Alyssa just said, because to me, it's energy. I need to do the most tedious, most difficult thing early in the day while I'm sharp and I'm on it, so that I know I will do a really good job. If I wait until 4 o'clock in the afternoon to do something, it's not going to work. So my final tip is monitor your own energy. You can even chart it out. How do you feel every hour during the day? And if anyone wants that chart, I think I have a copy of one somewhere. Monitor your own energy. I know that if I don't do my workout and my meditation first thing in the morning, it is not going to happen at 4. So really monitor your energy. What do you do when? How do you do it? You can find me at lindababulic.com. And I have that time management matrix in a handout. Just send me a private message. I'd be happy to send it to you.
Thank you so much, Linda. I love the energy pattern note that you mentioned right now. I actually don't work on Fridays. And it was basically because Fridays I was worthless. Like, cerebrally, like I was making every mistake on Friday. And I was like, you know what? The world is not good when I work on Fridays. Like I just make all these mistakes that I'd have to then repair on Monday. So Fridays, that's really, and it's wonderful, right? Just to work a 4-day week. But that's really what it was, because my energy was just not there. By Thursday, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I'm already like loosey-goosey, like just not there. So love that. Love that. Let's go to Tammey. What is your final tip, and how can femmes find you to learn more about the work you're doing in this world?
I love it. I love what you said about Friday. I actually have a no meeting Monday rule that I very rarely break, because Monday is my day to get myself set up for success. My final advice is really more of a question. And that is, are you confusing obligation with prioritization? Meaning you start your week with all kinds of things you're obligated to do for other people, whether it's already meetings that have been scheduled, whether it is clients that you're servicing, whether it is a different job outside of your entrepreneurial work. But are you confusing those two? Because obligation is going to have you reactive, whereas prioritization is going to put you in that proactive mindset. So ask yourself, am I confusing obligation with prioritization? As far as where you can reach me, you can find me. My website is taniant.com, TANIANT.com. And if you go to the free resources button, I've got all kinds of cool resources out there, including identifying your ideal avatar and how to monetize your passion. My membership community, which is a mentoring and course community, is collab.taniant.com. And if you're interested in the podcast, that is yourkillerlife.com. And of course, you can always Google Tammey Grable-Woodford and you'll find me all over the place.
Thank you so much. Some more love came through. Someone said, Linda, great wisdom shared. Thank you so much, ladies. This was amazing. I hope that these tips help you, those that are watching the replay or in live. Let us know, comment, tag here. We'd love to hear all your aha moments as well. And for more inspiration and motivation, head over to FemCity.com and we will see you guys back here next week. Thanks. Have a great week. Bye. Stay put. Panelists, I can take a picture.